Wan-Bissaka, Manchester United, finally it is over the line. Get in there, fucking yeah. I mean, this transfer has been going on and on, fucking weeks after weeks after weeks, with Manchester United fucking haggling over a few fucking million quid. But Manchester United have not had a proper right back really since Gary Neville, to be honest. And we've had a couple of decent options at right back since Wes Brown. We've had Raphael play there, but besides that, it has been absolutely fucking horseshit from Manchester United at right back. It really has. And Ashley Young has probably been up there with the worst we have had in such a long time at right back. Not even a right back. That is the fucking worst of it. Antonio Valencia was pretty bad there for me, but did a job there for a couple of seasons. But Jesus Christ, Ashley Young was the worst. But we have now sorted that problem out. It has been a problem so long. Diogo Dalot coming in and couldn't solve that problem, and Ashley was still playing ahead of him, and now we have got a player that is so fucking good at defending. It's untrue. I'm really looking forward to this. I really am. That right hand side has been such a problem for Manchester United in the last few seasons. It really has. There's been no right winger either, which is still going to be a massive problem for Manchester United. That right hand side, to make sure we get who's going to play on that right hand side as well as along with Wan-Bissaka. But defensively, Wan-Bissaka will give Manchester United so much better than what Ashley Young is giving Manchester United. Really will. Going forward, maybe people have got their doubts slightly about him, but he was playing for Crystal Palace, and no disrespect to Crystal Palace, Manchester United is a step above. Even that woeful season that we've just had, Manchester United have finished above Crystal Palace. We are a better team than Crystal Palace, no disrespect to them. So hopefully he can improve his game here. That was his first full season at Crystal Palace, so we've got to remember that. He did play a little bit towards the end of the previous season. I think about 7 games. I think he played the previous season, which I think he must have. I think Fosu Mensah was pretty much binned out the team then, and they saw this lad coming through and thought, wow, this guy is probably thought the real deal to play at the right back, and they thought let's develop him rather than play someone else's right player who's playing at right back in Fosu Mensah and develop him, because there was no point. And Manchester United now have gone and bought the man that they were developing and putting in ahead of Fosu Mensah. But this is a transfer that really needed to happen. I can't believe we were haggling over silly amounts of fee for the England under-21 when he won't be much longer. He will make his full debut. Now he is a Manchester United man, and hopefully this will. I mean, this is the sort of sensible signing that Manchester United needed to make, not gamble buys or players that are going to play second fiddle like Diogo Dalot and Fred and players like that. This is a player that will come straight into the Manchester United first team and will massively improve that defence. It really will. It could take our defence up a massive notch. We let in, I think, 54 goals last season, and that was absolutely atrocious for Manchester United. And just by bringing in Wan-Bissaka, that should help massively. I mean, the centre-half positions has been a conundrum for Manchester United for the past few seasons, but this is still a massive conundrum for Manchester United, getting that left and right-handed side fullbacks in place, which we've barely had for a long while. So that just very, very good. It really is. And this is music to Manchester United's fans' ears, because a lot of fans weren't even sure if this deal was gonna just fucking collapse. I mean, the annoying thing with this is it dragged out so long when it was such an easy deal to do for me. You just pay Crystal Palace what they wanted and got the deal done, and we've flaffed around with this one, and we've still got stuff to sort out in and around the squad. This should have been done bish bash bosh at the start of the transfer window, because there wasn't too many other clubs that were really massively, it seemed, interested in getting the guy to their club. There was obviously talk of Man City getting him, but they've got Walker at the back, and he would have probably, and it says that he favoured the Manchester United move, wanted the Manchester United move, probably because if he had gone to Manchester City, he wouldn't have definitely been first team regular every week. I mean, Walker's a very experienced man. overall, this just doesn't seem right. Manchester United seem to have got a very sensible transfer over the line. Yes, I know some people are going to talk about this massive fee that Manchester United have paid for the guy, but you look at how much Walker went for Man City for, was it about 50 million a couple of seasons ago, and he's a lot older than Wan-Bissaka. Yes, this could be a risk because he's only had one great season at Crystal Palace, but who gives a fuck? Manchester United have taken worse gambles than this. We took gambles on Radamel Falcao and players like that, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who was 34 or whatever he was when we signed him. We have taken massive gambles in the past, and bringing in young English talent, I don't think this one is at all a risk for me. I know we've seen with Luke Shaw he struggled to get the consistency and the performances that he did at Southampton, but he also had a nasty injury. He's had problems with his weight issues and stuff like that as well, so I think that is a completely different scenario which people are looking at as to why that this could be potentially not a great, could go bananas for Manchester United, but I don't think it is. I think it's a very good signing for Manchester United, and I'm hopeful that now Manchester United can move on with what we're looking to do for the rest of this pre-season and finish off the job, get another 3 or 4 players into Manchester United, look to maybe move some more players on this transfer window, and hopefully be ready for that first game of the season against Chelsea come August. I really do. I mean, no one is that optimistic about the season, but when you do get a signing like this, it does bring a bit of optimism to Manchester United that he should be improving Manchester United's back four. There's no question about that. I mean, this probably wasn't for me quite as important as a centre half, but it was that there wasn't much in it. It was probably 40-60 in the favour of the centre half for me. So it was massively important that we sorted this right hand side out and bring in a right back. It really was important. It has become a very important position, and as I say, I only just favour the centre half over this position that Manchester United need to sort out. So overall happy. Let's sort the centre half position out and let's move on. Let me know your thoughts on this great transfer news for Manchester United. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.